Evening all. Are we live? I just had some aggro trying to get the thing to connect. Think it might be. Loud and clear. Thanks, Peter. Evening, Stevie, as well. And anyone else who's here. Every time I try to connect the thing, there seems to be some settings being changed somewhere along the line. Never mind. Here we are. Right. Let's go over here. Evening, Paul. I have had a busy week again. Some new stuff arrived. Half a dozen more machines arrived this week. I just haven't had 5 minutes yet to get them on the website. I don't think I've even put them on the Instagram thing yet. I did take some snaps as they come in, so I will try and get those at least on the Instagram a bit later on. And I haven't had time to sort the results out either of last Sunday, so I'll also do all that. And I'll do a better live stream tomorrow night with the results of last week and all the new stuff on properly. So apologies, that's slightly later in the week than usual, but there we are, one of these things. So what's coming in the week is, I've got a little list here, a Sega Buckingham, a roller top, but don't get too excited because it's a repro roller top. I think it's a Jubilee mech in it, I think, but it looks the part. A nice Baromat, quite a nice smart looking Baromat, so the one with the bells on. An NSM bowling wall machine. A Duomat. I think someone wants a Duomat, another one. An old penny, all working. And a Sega Monaco, which is a very smart looking machine, all been done. That's on sixpence, I think, from memory. I'm sure there's something else as well. Anyway, there's at least half a dozen machines. So at the very least, I'll get them listed tomorrow in a photo. And I also want to work on videos tomorrow of other stuff. Before I go to the pub, definitely no, I've never heard you swear before, Steve. No, I try not to when I'm doing live things, but it does happen. There we are. What was I saying? Completely gone off track. Yes, machines tomorrow, videos. Yes. So if you're planning to come on over the weekend to view stuff, pick stuff up, drop stuff off, whatever. If you can make it Sunday rather than Saturday, if you possibly can, so, which hopefully leaves me tomorrow as clear as can be for doing videos and photos. Because the problem is where I've got the machine set up, I have to sort of black all the windows out and things to take video so I don't get reflections all the time. Which then is a bit of a pain if someone wants to come and look at something, taking it all down again. Which takes like 15 minutes, and then they go, I've got to put it all back up again before I can shoot the next bit of video. So if I can have the Saturday as clear as possible to hopefully get as much shot as I can, then I can obviously get all the videos uploaded. That would be helpful. But if you can only come Saturday, then just get in touch and we'll sort it out, not a problem. But Sunday's good all day. Monday I'm going to be in Leamington at the Elephant House again sort of 12 till 3, so if you've got stuff to pick up or drop off, I can meet you there, no problem, if that's easier for you. And then the rest of the week I'll probably be mostly here in Cambridge, I think, but I don't know for definite. It depends if there's any telly jobs coming as usual. But that's for the next 3 days as well. Sorry, the next 3 days sorted at least here in Cambridge, tomorrow and Sunday, Leamington on Monday. The carrier came today, Alan James rather, sorry, to drop some bits off. I had another chat with him. Now he's going to be coming here next on the, I think it was the 16th, he said. Sorry, the 17th. Friday the 17th of September, he should be here next. So if you've got anything to be shipped out to you, get in touch with him for a price. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a page up on the website over the weekend with his details on if you don't already know them. And then we'll try and keep that updated with his schedule of when he's going to be here next all the time. So if you've got stuff to drop off, you know, to get into us to sell, obviously get in touch with them to pick it up so we can drop it off on the 17th. And if you've got stuff here waiting to be shipped out to you, like machines, then just give them a shout for a quote. So hopefully he'll be coming here every, you know, sort of once or twice a month, just as his schedule works itself out. So obviously if we can get 2 or 3 people sending stuff in and going out at the same time, hopefully that will make it a little bit cheaper for each of you. And, you know, he takes good care of stuff. So that's good. This Sunday night we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 machines finishing. The nice stuff actually, that lovely crane, French crane, the giant Wonders All-in, the Mills Tycoon, that rare payout pinball, Jennings Galaxy, and that nice Bonanza. So get your offers in those if you haven't already. I don't think there's many spare parts finishing this weekend, is there? No, not a lot. There's a whole load of spares arrived again today. Another 2 boxes full of spare parts to go through. I don't know whether I'll get those listed over the weekend or not, because there's a lot to do. But again, there's lots of good, useful Bandit spares in there. I think there's a Jennings back door for Governor or Chief, something like that. I think there's another high top back bonnet from memory. You know, good bits. So just keep an eye out for all that when that comes. So if I don't get it done over the weekend, Monday I'm in Leamington, so it'll probably be Tuesday. So that's that. What else have we got finishing this weekend? Let me just have a quick look. There's some signs up. I think they finish next weekend, these enamel signs. So we don't need to worry about those just yet. Did I put any books on? A few more books. They all finish next weekend as well. Yeah, so this weekend is principally... I could, of course, look on my new page I forgot I'd even made. It shows you how brain addled I am this week. Ha ha ha. Selling this Sunday. There we are. So we've got 5 machines ending this Sunday. Right. Peter, have you had bids on all the machines ending this week? Yes, I think so. Last time I looked. I don't tend to look that often, to be quite honest, because they all tend to come in within the last day or two, really. So it was, what day is it? Is it Friday day? It must have been yesterday morning, early hours yesterday morning. I was in Blackpool yesterday. I haven't been to Blackpool for a few years. That was quite good. Yeah, I think they had all got offers on. Whether they're going to be enough to sell, who knows, but we hope so. I was going to say something about Blackpool. It's escaped me. Nope. I was just to say really that I walked past the arcade was surprisingly quiet. There was quite a few people on the prom. It was a relatively nice day, quite nice and sunny in the afternoon. But yeah, there wasn't that many people in the arcades. So that was interesting. Quite a lot of work going on, quite a lot of buildings being done up along the prom, which is nice to see. Yeah, there we are. So I should make more notes, shouldn't I? Yes, so Saturday, so tomorrow night I'll do a proper video with the results from last Sunday. I mean, if you rummage around on the website, you'll find them if you're that desperate to know, but just to pull it all together. All the new stuff, these 6 machines that have come in. I seem to think there's another machine, but anyway, whatever. And I will try and get the bits, all the new spare parts at least listed, even if I haven't got around to photographing them, so we know what's there. all done tomorrow. So that should be good. Coins, somebody asked me about in the week. Coins, yes, I'm working on a coins section if you're waiting to buy coins to fit your machine. So working on that one. This coming week, I've hopefully not got any telly jobs on, as much as I like them for the money, but they get in the way of doing other things. So hopefully that should mean I can get on with some bit more programming and catch up with stuff that needs adding listing wise on the website. Easy Push. I knew there was something else. Easy Push. Well done, Peter. Put that on my list. Easy Push. The machine everyone's been waiting for. Well, I found one and I forgot all about it. I think I think I did put a picture up of that on the Instagram, I think. Where's my Instagram gone? Oh, my Instagram has decided not to work. Oh, here we are. Yes, Easy Push. Yep, there's a picture of that on the Instagram. It's a nice one, nice and smart, all working. Keys ready to go, original keys. Also put a snap up with a nice American sign. Honiger layers, also heavy breeds. So it's quite a nice, quite a nice sign, that one. Let's have a look at that. Yes, yeah, I knew there was another machine. It's a good job somebody's looking after me, isn't it? And the other thing I've got in, which I don't know when I'll get listed because it's big, is a big 60s electromechanical machine, big arcade piece. Never seen another one. Don't think there is another one. It's kind of UFO spaceshipy shaped, flashing lights around it, and the usual sort of thing. You bet on which flashing light you think is. It's a bit like a kind of like a rotor light, but 8-sided, if you like, as a concept. So you bet on which light you think that is going to stop when it stops flashing. So great thing. Needs a bit of restoration, probably. It's been sat in a showman's yard for, well, it's still an old penny, so it's been sat in a showman's yard that long, 40 years, 50 years. But it's been sat in the dry, fortunately, so, yeah, interesting piece. Bit for Paul, probably. I think that should be, if he can fit it in his arcade. But it would be nice to see it done and back out on site, really. Then we can all go and play it. So it should create a bit of interest. But so that might not appear for a week or two, because I'm probably going to have to leave that at the Elephant House because it's big. I can't get it here in Cambridge. It's too big to get in the house through the doors. It's sort of the size of the stature of like a hexagonal pusher, that kind of size lump. So I'll have to get that photographed and videoed over at the Elephant House and sort of leave it there. And if anybody wants to view, they can meet me there to view it. So that, yeah, interesting piece. Some more nice Fairground art as well has come in. It's just all stacking up at the minute for when we finally get around to launching the Fairground art bit. So that's good. Yeah, really, really nice pay box from the centre of a, I don't know actually what it's from the centre of, like a mini arc probably or something, but round, but tapered round, like a waltzer one, but circular, rather than being kind of oval like waltzer pay boxes usually are. It's got good cartoons painted around the bottom, like there's Tom and Jerry, Huckleberry Hound, Flintstones. But you know, nicely done, nice artwork on it, done in the early 70s, maybe late 60s. So that's a good piece. Make a great pay box in an arcade, actually. bank change box or something like that. So I think that's everything I can think of that's come in this past week new. Yeah, so it's all going good. There's a couple of, weren't glitches exactly, but with people membership payments because of the bank holiday weekend, and because a lot of people's standing orders or regular payments come right at the very end of the month. The bank holiday weekend means 2 or 3 people their membership kind of run out on the 31st, and the money didn't appear in the bank, so therefore I didn't know until like Tuesday or Wednesday or something. So there's been a few odd days gaps in some people's membership. Hopefully everything's all sorted out now and everyone is where they should be. If you're still not, anybody, obviously send a message through. But I think everything's sorted. It just happens to, bank holidays come at the end of the month and obviously screw up bank notifications. A way around that, if you're always going to be doing it every month anyway, if you just make a one-off payment of an extra month, then you'll always be a month ahead, if that makes any sense. You don't lose any money by paying an extra month in. It just means you're always a month in credit, if you like, with your membership payments. So anybody that's affected by that, that might be a good idea. Just stick an extra tenner through sometime, and I'll add on an extra month. So you've always got that kind of rolling credit, and that stops you suddenly realising when you try and log in that you can't see half the website and you can't see what you're bidding on or anything else. But say if there's a problem, let me know. But everyone, I think, has been updated that it should be as of about 5 o'clock this afternoon when I looked last. What else are people wanting? How are we doing with wantings? I'm calling up things. Just have a quick look while we're here. Is there anything new wanted this week? Easy push we've now found. Castle Front is still excuse me, dusty throat, coming at some point. I'm not sure when, but hopefully soon. Working models we're still looking for. Geomat, we found a Geomat, another one, so that's good. So yeah, it's kind of starting to work. Again, if you wanted anything in particular, stick your wanted ads on, because people are starting to take notice of it, and it's working as it intended. People are seeing people wanting to buy certain things, so they're consigning them into us. Next week, I know there's another 4 or 5 machines coming in. Can't remember what they are offhand. Brains addled. But the flow of stuff is continuing ever onwards, which is good. They'll hopefully they'll become Monday. So I think the chap's bringing collecting something from the Elephant House. I'm going to bring some machines with him to sell. So that'll be good. Yeah, I can't see anything new on that page. This is the new stuff that got listed in the last week. Little shooter, a couple of wall boxes, and the lovely Wurlitzer 1800, which I will get videoed tomorrow. Fabulous thing. I put quite a few photographs of that at the mech. It's all nice and original. Plays beautifully. Sounds fantastic. Looks fantastic. All original chrome. It's probably nice and original ones you're ever going to see, really, I should think. So do come and have a look at that if you're interested in it, because it looks and sounds a lot better than I can make it look on a photograph or a video, I dare say. And obviously if you're contemplating spending that kind of money, it's well worth spending the time just to come and have a look and see what you're going to get for your money. But fantastic thing. So hopefully we'll get some good interest in that. Paul Mitchell, that machine sounds like Select a Colour. Possibly. I'm not sure it's got a name on it. So I think it's 8-sided, kind of. The actual base on the floor is circular to about 18 inches high, maybe. And then it's the top tapers like that, octagonal, then in, and then kind of up and in again, so like a pointed top. So kind of like a UFO or something. And there's 4 or 5 colours, so round lights, say like the lights you get on the front of a auto fruit, little chrome bezel around them, and then little lights above each coin slot. It's on an old penny. Not much more I can say about it really. It's a fiberglass cabinet, which is good because it means no rot. It's cream and sort of cream and maroon colour, if that sounds right. But yeah, hopefully someone will buy it and get it up and running. I haven't looked inside it, it's locked, but I'll try and see if I can find a way into it. I don't really want to drill the locks because they're probably all the same locks. So if anybody obviously buys it and gets a key made for one lock, I would imagine it would fit all of them. There's all the original locks on it. So I don't end up with one old one. So I'll see if I can find a way into it. Somehow or other, without having to drill any locks off. I'm just sort of thinking to myself at the minute whether perhaps we might be able to, because the like the little panels where the coin slots are, might be able to drill the bolts out of those, so you're only replacing bolts, and then get an arm inside and unbolt one of the locks or something. Perhaps might be a bit of a challenge, but I'll do my best just so we can see what's in it. Make sure it's not an empty case. Shouldn't be, it should all be there. It's just, as I say, it's been in store for 40 years or so. Hopefully it was just a case of it got took off site and put in store and left. So it'd be quite nice to see it up and running again. Select a colour. Is there a picture anywhere? Is anybody? If you've got a picture, Paul, or know where there is one, send it over to me. And I can soon tell you then if it's the same thing. And if it is what it is, have you got one, or do you know someone who has got one? Because that will be obviously very useful to whoever buys it to restore it if there's already one somewhere working. I've not seen one, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen one. But just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean to say there isn't one out there, of course. I might have got an email. I've got an email of those other things that are coming in. I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. But we'll see. Any more? Peter, podcasts keep dropping out at my end. Did you have a picture of the selected colour? Oh, I don't know why that is. Perhaps my internet's dodgy tonight. Is anybody else having that problem? Dropping out? My end says there's an excellent connection on my like my YouTube studio, as they call it. So it might just be a problem your end, possibly. Did you have a picture of the selector colour? No, I haven't got a picture of it yet. I think it's a Norfolk problem. It probably is a Norfolk problem. Our connection here in Cambridge was really bad for years and years and years, but they've supposedly sorted it, and it has been all right, it seems, the past couple of months. So hopefully that means it's only a problem your end. And not with everybody. Not find selector colour and colour machine. Selector colour slot machine. Can we find one anywhere on the interweb? Nothing is immediately springing up. Looks like it. It's probably some funny spelling. Is it like selector or one word? No. Nothing's springing up for a quick search from my end, but somebody else might have better luck finding it than me. No, I can't see one. So if anyone's got a picture, whether it's the one we're looking for or not, doesn't really matter, because it's another machine that I haven't got on the website, I know, so we'll get it, we'll make a page for it regardless. Sounds like a great machine for Paul. Yep, I think it is. It'd be a great machine to put in the arcade, I think, to be honest. Especially if you're going to do a 60s theme one, a real kind of retro one. Which would be really good. Sort of spaceshipy, Sputnik-y things. Use a nice, rocket kiddie ride to go with it, and well, you've got the rocket, the Berrymat with the rocket on the front. That's a good one, isn't it? There's 2 or 3 different ones, isn't there? Holly Wales. I can't remember what it's called. One with the rocket on. The one isn't with the rocket on. There's the there's a few, isn't there? A few. Are there any space rocket themed bandits? Probably. I'm trying to think. Must be. There's certainly find some baddies or whatever with spaceships and things on them. Into space, that's what I was thinking of, and Space Shot, yeah. I've got a picture, but I'm not sure how to send it. You have to email it to me, Paul. The best way. You can't send pictures over YouTube, I know that much. And at the moment, you can't send them directly via the website, because I just haven't got around to programming that yet, along with a lot of other things. I haven't got around to programming. While we're still looking at a jukebox, nice as it is. Let's go back over here. Ending this Sunday. No, let's go to all coin up currently for sale. What have we got there? A few more bits. There we go. Yeah, there's isn't there a there's a big space organ, isn't there? We'll make it. Hmm. And isn't there, there's a, I think Crompton's make like a penny, you know, like a big drop case penny thing, space theme one. Astronaut or something like that. Is it Crompton? I can't remember. One of those people. Somebody will know. So yeah, it'd be a good project for somebody to put together, wouldn't it? A space, you know, 60s retro space age arcade. Something a bit different. Which reminds me, I've got to put a price together for making that a space spaceship console for a film job somewhere online. Just remember to do that. Any more deliberations? Any more ideas on this machine? Oh, somebody sent me an email. Oh, it's just an email to say that I'm live on YouTube. That's useful to know. Just push down there like that. David. Evening, David. Hope you're well. Still got your little machine here. Don't forget. I'm sure you won't forget. As I said earlier, the carrier has been today to pick some stuff up. He is coming again on the 17th of the month. I'm going to stick a page up on the website in the next day, you know, over the weekend, with his details on, if you don't already know him or know of him. As our, you know, sort of official carrier, if you like. Because it's much easier to just do with one person. They can come and pick up hopefully several machines or signs or whatever it is that have got to be shipped out at once in one go. And that should hopefully make it a bit cheaper for everybody. And equally, of course, if you've got stuff to come into us, when he's doing his trips around the country, pick it all up and then drop it all off to us in one go. That should be quite efficient, hopefully. Earth satellite, that's the one I was thinking of, Peter, well done. Earth satellite. Yeah. What am I looking for? All winds. All machines. All wind type. Earth satellite, where are we? A, B, C, D, E, Earth satellite, yeah. The Sputnik-y spaceships and flying saucers and things on. Little space pin. Great backflash on that one. And also fireworks. You've got a rocket on it. Not quite the right sort of rocket, I guess. The other ones we were thinking of. Jet play. I suppose it's a jet, really, not a space rocket, is it? Jackpot into space. Not a very good picture of an into space, is it? But very faded, that particular one. If anybody's got an into space, we could do with a better photograph of one. It's not so faded. Any more space ones? Oh yeah, space shot. Space shot, of course, yeah. Sputnik, that's a good one, Parker Sputnik. Very nice machine. So many of those about. I'm liking the idea. Not that I've got time to operate an arcade again, but I like the idea of a retro spacey themed one. Any more down here? And what's the Baromatty one, isn't it? The Gunter Wolf one. Gunter Wolf. The what's it called? Can't remember. This one, Space Flight. There we are. You need one of those as well, wouldn't you? Definitely want one of those. The rocket on the front. Not an easy one to find, but they're about. Well, yeah, Rotolite made the best machine ever, the Moonraker. Yeah, right, Moonraker. Another one I haven't got a picture of. There used to be one in an arcade in Hunstanton. I remember playing, and I remember many years ago now going to see if it was still there if I could buy it, and it had gone. Of course, they'd smashed it up, so that was a shame. One of the Space Shop. Yep, we found the Space Shop. Peter Spence, like your spaceship we had at Botany Bay. Yeah, kind of. We did, for those who remember the spaceship arcade we did in Botany Bay. But that was like Space Invaders and Asteroids and things, all the early video games. Built like a room to the outside of which looked like a flying saucer was the idea of it. And it was okay. Didn't take a great deal of money, that one, unfortunately. Didn't quite catch on. I think we were a bit ahead of our time really with that one. Well, they eventually repainted the spaceship and turned it into a bit of a strange looking shop or something when we pulled the machines out. I can't remember what they did with it now. Sold Christmas junk from it or something, I think. So yeah, the kind of the spaceship room survived longer than the actual arcades, as it were. That's it. Yeah, surprising how many machines there are. I suppose that the thing is, at the time when the space, late 50s, early 60s, when the whole space thing got going, Apollo missions and all that, it was quite a thing, wasn't it? It was a big thing. Hence, machine manufacturers get on the back of it, I guess. No doubt there's all sorts of other machines that don't exist anymore, or that we've never seen. Interesting. Be like the big dome at Walkmouth Castle. I haven't been to Walkmouth for years. Let's go down and see see what they're up to. See what they're up to down there, yeah. Any more for any more? Let's go back to what's selling this week. Just have a look at that. My nice new shiny page I've forgotten I'd even made. Leave that up there for a bit. Peter, thinking it's the same machine, massive space machine in its own building. Sounds intriguing. Send me a picture if you've got one. There's 2 or 3 nice kilo rockets. I think we sold a couple of different rockets. There's quite a few. Let's have a look. Search by type. I don't know how many pictures I've got on here. What do I put kiloids under? Service machines probably. Kiloids. There we are. Yeah, Edwin Hall rocket. Metal-bodied rocket. This rocket, this was a fantastic thing, really. We sold this one over to America to a guy in the States who just collects rocket kiddie rides. He's got about 50 of them, all restored immaculately. Like he does it, you know, completely strips them down, bare metal resprays like you do with a classic car kind of thing. Re-chromes everything, and they know that look much better than they did new. But yeah, there's a lot of rockets out there. That one's a bit more pointy. I prefer the other one, the round one. Yeah, the Edwin Hall one. It's a nice thing, that. Yeah. Yeah, of course, a good few space-themed pin tables, and early ones and later ones. Interesting idea. Any more for any more? Or are we all bored? I want to go home and have a cup of tea. As I said earlier on, I will do another video tomorrow night, a bit with all the new stuff, which I'll try and get photographed tomorrow and listed, and also the results of last Sunday, which I couldn't do Tuesday. So I'll try and do all that lot sort of tomorrow night, which will then leave free Sunday night for the usual weekly video. Bellomatic, I have a few Jennings Ace locks missing their keys. Can anyone recommend where I can get replacements from? I don't know. I've got like a bucket full of slot machine keys. I have to look through sometimes, see if I've got any. If I've got any of those. What I used to do in the good old days when I had time was take the locks in bits and make the locks fit keys that I've got, rather than try to do it the other way around. Some keys you can't easily recut. Whereas if you took the locks to bits and changed the pin tumblers around to fit the keys, I found that an easy way to do things. I don't know, I haven't used a locksmith for years. So I don't even know who to send you to recommend, but somebody might do. If anyone's got a good locksmith. Or of course, anyone else who has got a bucket full of keys that might have some Jennings Ace keys in there. Stevie, I have a very good locksmith who will cut a key for any lock. Excellent. £15 a lock, based in Enfield. That's not too bad, is it? You can do anything for anything. Doesn't accept locks in the post, so they must be dropped to him. Oh, fair enough, I guess. Yeah, I've got to have a good old sort out sometime. Like a lot of people, I've probably got a good bucket full of locks, and I've got a good bucket full of keys. Neither of which fit the other probably, but one of those sit down for a whole day probably and try and see if I can match them up. And probably flog a few because there's more locks than probably I need. Especially the bandit locks, because I don't really do bandits in my own collection. But, yeah. If the recipe is only £8-ish, wood coming up to 20 quid, including one key cut. And GWL Security in Great Yarmouth. There we are. So that's that problem solved. There's a couple of good locksmiths there. We used to have a little old chap in Cambridge many years ago, but of course, as they have a habit of doing, he went and died, which is very inconsiderate when you find a good man to do things. He used to have a brilliant motorman like that as well, and he also went and died, which is really annoying. And you still got motors that want doing. So these things happen. My advice is, if you find a little man to do things in a shed somewhere, then get him to do as much for you as possible while he's still around. So having bits made, I've had the conversation with several people that trying to find anybody these days now to make things like engineers is getting so hard, because all the little firms have just disappeared. The big firms only want to know if you want like 10,000 or something made. But when you just want one little widget made for your slot machine or whatever, if you can find someone to do it, have half a dozen made or something. And I'm sure we can probably sell the extras, because if you need one, more than likely someone else is going to need one. At least one other person is going to need one probably. So while you've got an engineer on the job making one, again, the same as keys, once you're set up to make one thing, it's relatively easy to make half a dozen of them. And that will A, help some other people out who need bits for their machines, and B, more than likely you'll end up with your bit costing you nothing, because you can sell the other bits and cover the costs, so your bit is free of charge, as it were. So an obvious thing, but it's a thing a lot of people don't think of. They find someone to make a thing, and you know, that's all they do. So Swift Rewind in Norwich, very good rewind guy, one-man band, not cheap but good. Well, you don't get anything for nothing. If somebody knows what they're doing, it's, you know, it's not if you've seen anybody rewind a motor, it's not a quick and easy job. So I'd be worried that anybody was too cheap anyway, that they weren't doing it properly. Or they use really crap wire that's just, you know, going to burn out. Old aluminium rubbishy wire instead of good copper. So yeah, this is all good useful information. This is what we were discussing more than a week ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago probably now, doing a kind of a help forum on the website. For all these sort of questions really. So again, just like the rest of the website, it gradually builds up a bit of a knowledge base of people who can do things, suggestions of how to get something fixed, something made, where to get things from, and all that sort of stuff. I know, you know, there's always one or two people who like to keep everything secret to themselves. The problem is, with keeping those little secrets, that means they're usually the people who go bust because they don't get any trade. You know, whereas like this, when we find a good motor guy, if everybody uses the motor guy, he's going to keep in business, isn't he? And then we've all got a motor guy to go to. If you keep him to himself, he gets no trade, he goes bust, then where do we get our motors done? So just, you know, there's no advantage to keeping these secrets to yourself, really. The more the merrier. Can't rewind my Wheel of Fortune motor, so I will have a spare. So I haven't rewound to 170 volts or whatever the bizarre voltage was, or onto 240 this time. Still can't work where they got 170 volts from. It's just a strange voltage. $240, good idea. I wonder where 170, maybe they just got a whole load of motors cheap or something from somewhere. It's a very very strange voltage, isn't it? You know, you'd expect it to be 240 or 110, one or the other. Or possibly 12 or 50, which are relatively common voltages, but 170 I never heard of before. Very odd, very odd. Oh, there's that other Brenco thing I must chase up as well. Whatever it was, see if we can get that over here. Ah yes, the motor was 240, but the supply 170 from the transformer. Yeah. Strange, very strange. So let's go over here to latest stuff for sale. So my jobs for tomorrow, for the weekend, for those of you who have joined us late, so if you want to come at the weekend to view stuff, collect stuff, drop stuff off, try and make it Sunday rather than Saturday if you possibly can, because I want to spend tomorrow doing photographs and videos. There's a bit of a rigmarole setting up to do all that, which I've then got to have to sort of take to bits so you can get at the machines to see them or whatever. So it's much quicker for me if I can just have a day without too many disturbances and do all of that. I want to do a quick little video spin of the wall boxes because they're quite nice, just so you can see what they're like. There's a shooting gallery to do, there's the Wurlitzer 1800 to do. And then I've got, I think we decided seven new machines that are coming this week to photograph and video, which is a Sega Buckingham Bandit, a roller top, the repro roller top, so don't get too excited, but it looks the part. A nice Baromat with the bells on, an NSM bowling wall machine, like a kind of an all-in type wall machine, a Duomat on Old Penny, a Sega Monaco Bandit, which is all, looks nice, all done up, ready to go. Sixpence I think that one's on, and of course, not forgetting, which I did forget earlier on, the Easy Push. So I'll get all that lot done. Peter, which Brenco over and out? I think it was a tip 'em off, if I remember rightly, or triple tap or something. Triple tap, isn't it? I think. I'll chase it up and try and get it in. Yeah. So yeah, get these other machines listed, and I've got 2 big boxes full of spare parts coming in as well. To go through and try and get all those listed. There's another nice big metal sign to put up. Trying to think what else there is. There's some more sort of randomly stuff to do, which I'm going to work on the next 2 or 3 weeks. But that'll be it for now. And then so tomorrow night we'll go through that lot and we'll do the results of last Sunday, which we didn't do in the week. So keep an eye out for that video tomorrow night. Usual time, 8:05. And then Sunday we have got 5 machines finishing. So Sunday night, as usual, we'll just go through those. If there's any last minute questions from anybody who needs to know anything on those before putting their final offers in, we'll do that and have a good old chit chat about anything else as per usual on Sunday. So unless there's any more questions from anybody, questions, comments, ideas or whatever, I will bid you all farewell, and I should go and have another cup of tea as this one's run out, which is never a good situation, and catch up with those of you who are visiting hopefully on Sunday. Monday I'm going to be in Leamington Spa sort of lunchtime to about 3 o'clock. So if you've got anything to pick up or drop off, get in touch, let me know. Obviously if there's machines to pick up, I need to know first thing Monday morning at the latest, so I can put them on the truck and get them over there, because we're all stored here in Cambridge at the moment. And if you've got anything to drop off, you can drop it off in Leamington if that's easier than coming here to Cambridge, no problem. And then later in the week, I'm not sure, I might get back over to Leamington late in the week possibly. I just don't know. I can't usually work that far ahead. There's too many things going on. So Sunday here in Cambridge, Monday Leamington Spa. Another live chat tomorrow, Saturday night, with the results of last Sunday. Sunday night, the usual video. So lots going on. Get your offers in, and hopefully we'll get all these stuff sold and get some more stuff up for sale. All right, I think that's it. It's all gone quiet, so we'll call that a night, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow night, 8:05 usual time. And let me just stick a little note in here. Next live chat tomorrow. Oops, a bit like this instead of media. Saturday, tomorrow at 8:05 PM as usual, with results of last Sunday's sale. Plonk that on there, just for record for anybody who's tuning in later on. So I'll bid you all farewell, and we'll catch up tomorrow night. And that's it. Nighty night.